Hey guys, what we're going to be doing today is trying Mend-It soft lure glue to see if we can make new worms from these perfectly good worms. Not my favorite thing to do, but anything to test and make sure things actually work the way they're supposed to. For those that don't know, Mend-It is an actual solvent, not a glue. What it does is it dissolves the plastic in the plastisol, and when dry, should allow for two perfectly good worms. So first what we're going to do is we're going to cut these two worms on a bias so that there's no accusations of trickery and using a new worm once done. What we have are these worms cut on similar biases. What we're going to do now, we're going to take the Mend-It. I'll wipe off a little bit of the excess here. We'll dab some on this side. Make sure you get good coverage. And we're going to take some on this side. Same thing. I'm going to take the two. I'm going to hold them together for a few. I'll let that sit like that for a few minutes. Close up the bottle so it doesn't spill like it usually does. I'll continue to press this together. See if we can't clamp it. A light clamp, nothing. Hold it like that. Just clamped in there. Maybe take a little bit extra of the Mend-It. And we're just gonna run a little bit on the outside of the seam. Nothing fancy. Alright, and should be good to go in about 10 minutes, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit overnight, and we'll shoot this, the rest of this tomorrow, about 24 hours from now. It's 6:30 p.m. June 12th. Okay guys, here we are with part 2 of the video. It's been roughly 24 hours. What we're going to see is how these turned out. Now, this is a fresh out of the package worm, never been out of the bag, never been in the box, in the water. And here's the elasticity. Show what a new worm would look like. Here we have the worm that we fixed on camera. This, as you can see, it's pulled really far apart. I'm going to zoom out of here. As you can see, that stretches, no tears, no pulls. It's a solid bond. Here's one made from the other half. If I were better at math, these would have been equal in length, but as you can see, a good solid worm. This is a swimming fluke that got ripped during just normal casting. In here, where the hook goes, see there was a big tear. I could put my finger all the way through to the other side. Now it looks good as new. No problems there. Another worm got ripped up during Texas rigging. No problems. Full stretch. You can kind of see where it was ripped right there. But again, all good. This is a flake worm. These tend to be a little bit difficult to repair because the flakes don't bond as well as regular rubber. But again, almost good as new. And this one was made up of nubs of old worms that I had rescued after being attacked by bass. And while ugly, it'll still work in an emergency if I need a backup worm. So the long and the short of it is, if you're on a budget and you're tired of buying new worms all the time, I would recommend Mend-It. It's better than burning, which is what I used to do. This is faster, cleaner, but make sure you use it with plenty of ventilation, because it does indeed smell, as most solvents will do. All right. Well, I hope if you were on the fence about buying this solved that issue. All right. Have a good night.